pain of mine. I run, but it stays right by my side. So tear me open, pull me out. There's things inside that scream and shout, and the pain still hits me. So hold me until it sleeps. Just like the curse, just like a stream, you feed it once and now it stays. Now it stays. So tear me open, but beware. This thing's insane without a care, and the dirt still stains me. So wash me until I'm clean. It grips you so bad. It stains you so bad. Yeah. It hates you so bad. It holds you so bad. Until it sleeps. So tell me why you've chosen me. Don't want your grip, don't want your greed. I don't want it. So tear me open, make you gone. No more can you hurt anyone. And I'll suck you off and blow you. Tonight, The Miz comes out, and The Miz delivers a promo that would make God himself come down from the heavens and come. That's right, The Miz. Sexy promo. Did he or did he not bury L.A. Knight tonight? Woo, Daddy! Ric Flair ain't got nothing on Joe Cronin, Daddy, because I have the more brains as you do. I have half the brains as you do. We're live, pal. Might be one of the best things I've ever heard ever from Sid, man. I have half the brains as you do. Hulk Hogan, I curse you, Hogan. I curse you to hell, Hogan. I don't care what anybody says. Psycho Sid or Sid Justice or Sid Vicious or Sid Dickhead, whatever you want to call him. Fact of the matter is, he was fucking hilarious on the mic, bro. He was a goddamn gold mine of stupid. And I'm there for the whole thing. I'm there for the whole thing. My name is Joe Cronin, and tonight you're going to get a half-assed show. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to rant on a few things, and I'm going to point out a few things, and maybe even I'll comment on some of your comments in the chat or play some of your donations, should there be any, and super chats and memberships and things like that if that happens. But basically, it's going to be me unhinged for a short period of time before I get ready to go nappy nap, because I got to get up early to work in the morning. And you're going to sit here and you're going to wonder what the hell you're watching and why you're watching it. Why is Joe Cronin like this? Why is this show like this?
It's my birthday.
And you ain't going to get answers.
So you became a...
So be ready for that.
A member.
Let's see what's up. Joe Bishop just became a member for the, well, he's been a member for a long time. So Joe Bishop, bro, love you. Joe Bishop, it didn't tell me how long he's been a member, but he's been a member before plenty of times. Let me tell you that. Been a member before plenty of times. I'm going to put the poll up right now, real quickly. Did MIZ bury LA Knight? Did MIZ bury LA Knight? We're going to put that up. Then we're going to put the donation link up in the top of the chat so people can donate if they like my show and they want to tell me to do more shows. There's that. That's pinned to the top of the stream now. The poll's up. The Miz, or as I call him, the Jizz. Probably the best promo I've heard from The Miz in a long time. The Miz has been boring me to death for weeks on TV. This is the first time I actually thought it was good. Although I am a little concerned that they kind of buried LA Knight a bit by him being like, what? Oh, I mean, yes, yeah. Like he's basically calling out what everybody says, that the LA Knight is a little stone cold rockish, you know. But he's been like that for 10 years, so whatever. But The Miz basically went out there and did that tonight, which, you know, if LA Knight was able to respond tonight, I thought it would have been all right. But you know, since he didn't respond tonight, it's kind of like, that's kind of rough. But even though I don't agree with what they decided to say about LA Knight tonight, it allowed The Miz to be good. So The Miz being crazy real as fuck made him really good here. And there you have it. And then, you know, we're going to get to AEW a little bit too, man, because why not talk about AEW? You know what I mean? Why not talk about AEW? Why not talk about the wrestlers of AEW on a night when Raw is? That's all anybody wants to talk about. It's Monday Night Raw, but all anybody wants to talk about is the fight in the back. The fight in the back. Once again, Tony Khan. The fight in the back is what everybody wants to talk about. Because wrestling just ain't interesting enough that you want to talk about the fight in the back, guys. That's what people want to talk. Everywhere it's posted, they talk about everywhere everybody's saying this, with everybody saying backstage fight. Because that's all they want to talk about. They don't want to talk about Wembley Stadium, 81,000. They don't want to talk about MJF. They don't want to talk about Samoa Joe. They don't want to talk about the Young Bucks and FTR. They don't want to talk about guns in the truck in the Florida. They don't want to talk about any of that. They want to talk about Jungle Boy, Jack-Off Perry, and his glass. They want to talk about CM Punk. They want to talk about backstage fights between a guy who started the show and another guy who wasn't even on the show in the back. That's what they want to do, because Jungle Boy doesn't understand that we don't use real glass in wrestling, Jungle Boy. Forever, they brought in explosive glass and dummy glass so that people don't get cut and hurt for real. One of the only glass items that was ever real was glass bottles for the most part. Everything else is usually worked or gimmicked somehow. They had the sugar glass bottles as well at some point. Back in the day, they didn't. Back in the day, they used real bottles. They put them in the oven, and they got them to a certain point where they could break it over somebody's head after they cooled off. But that was so that the crowd would realize it was real glass. But that was the only glass that I ever heard about. But years later, that didn't really matter, so they started using sugar glass on a lot of stuff. But and you would think, you know, Jack Perry would want to use fake glass too, since, you know, he comes from Hollywood, his father from Hollywood, and they would do that in a movie. You wouldn't use real glass in a movie, would you, Jack Perry? Well, I got news for you, Jack Perry. You don't work as a heel. So, sorry to say, brother, you don't work as a heel. And now you've really made a mistake because you've crossed the Menorah Man. And when you cross the Menorah Man, you know what happens. Your career turns to manure. That's what happens, jungle jerk-off Jack Perry. That's what happens, bro, when you mess around with the Menorah Man. So you think you're cute showing people up on the TV and talking about glass this and glass that. Man, you are so screwed, brother. Because as a heel, it's just not working out too well. You better attack somebody for real. You better go after somebody for real because right now, bro, you look like a girl I used to fuck. Do you realize that, Jack Perry? You look like a girl I used to fuck, brother. And I don't mean in like your physicalness and your maleness. I mean in your size, bro. You about the size of a girl I used to bend over. Just telling you, Jack off Perry. Go back to being Jungle Toy because Jungle Toy was fun and everybody wanted to play with Jungle Toy. I wanted to play with Jungle Toy myself. I wanted to, look at play with the Jungle Toy. Like I just wanted to play, brother. But yeah, I mean, listen, bro, you got choked out by a guy who looked like a fucking retard in a UFC octagon, okay? You understand that? You got choked out by a guy that looked like a retard in the octagon. You got choked out by a guy who wants to cut off children's dicks and pussies, okay? I just want you to realize that, Jungle Toy. So, Jungle Toy, you're bruised, battered, and broken, and you weren't even on the main card. And then you got your ass kicked by the Menorah Man in the backstage, bro. A guy that would sue his friend over a fucking cut. A man that would kill his mother for $1. Menorah Man, CM Punk. That is the fact of the matter, bro. That is the fact of the matter. And I got even bigger news before we get back to Monday Night Raw WWE. I got more news for that weasel Tony Khan. Guess what? Renee Paquette isn't remarkable. She's not remarkable, Excalibur. You know what's remarkable? That you can breathe out of that fucking jockstrap that's over your head. You cocksucker who once said the N-word, but everybody let it pass because you're Hispanic and retarded. Yeah! Excalibur, how do you like that? When facts come out, you sit there and you call Renee Paquette remarkable. Yeah, it is remarkable that Jon Moxley hasn't killed her yet. In a fit of alcoholic rage. That's what's remarkable about her. It's also remarkable that she's still with him. You know what else is remarkable? That she lets him anywhere near that child. That's remarkable. That's what's remarkable. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! You know what else is remarkable about Renee Paquette? It's remarkable that anybody can sit within 2 feet of her because I heard the clam sauce isn't right, brother. I heard it don't smell right, Daddy. It don't smell good anymore. And that's why there'll only be one child. Because no sane man ejects the seed into the rotted cave more than once and lives to tell the tale. And here's the other thing about Renee Paquette that isn't remarkable. It's remarkable that somehow a company gave her a job without enhancing the assets, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Woo! Oh, guys, did you guys see Becky Lynch tonight? Oh, did you guys see Becky Lynch tonight at the end of Monday Night Raw? Did you get a little boo-boo? The megastar, the female leader of the division. I'm gonna call you Boo-hoo Becky from now on. Boo-hoo Becky.
Did Stone Cold cry when he had to come out on Raw and toast Owen Hart?
Oh, what's that? What's that? Stop it, Joe. Don't go heel, Joe. Don't say it like it is, Joe. Stop saying it like it is, Joe. Stop saying it. Oh, I heard you. Hangman Adam Page. Are you going to be okay, Adam Page? Don't worry, Adam Page. I'm going to have Sasha Banks' feminine boyfriend, husband. I'm going to have him sew another butterfly on your fucking cowboy jeans. Don't worry, Adam Page. I'll have him up in a jiffy. Hey, somebody get me Sasha Banks' seamstress husband out here real quick, because Adam Page, the Hangman, the last cowboy outlaw guy, he needs another butterfly on his little pants so he can go play video games against the New Day online. Somebody get him. Bring me the seamstress of Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné. Bring me him right now. Bring me him. I need him to sew this butterfly up real quickly. Look at his little eyes all too close to each other. Like, you ever seen this guy? Hey, no, that's not him. That's Sean Ross Sapp. That's Cyclops. I know, he looks fucking goofy too. No. He's Asian. Go get him. He looks different. Go find him. This is a different guy. This is a guy that goes into women's DMs and creeps on them with the power of his fucking little following. No. Go get the real guy. I need a butterfly on Adam Hangman Page's pants. Please, hurry quickly. Every time Adam Hangman Page cries, a retard impregnates an unwilling participant. It happens all the time. Look it up on police reports. Okay, they don't know what they're doing. Leave me alone! It happens all the time. Nobody wants to talk about it. Oh, don't talk about that. It happens. Book 'em, Dano. Look it up. The fuck was Raw tonight, by the way? This is the show we did tonight? Unbelievable. Oh, my God, bro. Look at the Miz right here. Look at the Miz. That's as good as it gets, folks. The good as it gets. Let me take a breath. Let Daddy take a breath.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
I want to punish the Irish guy in the balls in a Celtics game.
Oh, my fuckerani, I understand. Sometimes us Irish people, we're annoying to the point where you want to punch us in the nads. I get it, bro. I understand. Your frustration, believe it or not.
It's my birthday, so you became a member.
Jennifer Muppet Baby is here. Jennifer Muppet Baby has become a member. Jennifer, I love you. Thank you for becoming a Muppet Baby member. I liked it. Scott Novak's in the chat. What's up, Scott? Jennifer, thanks for being a member again. Omar, how you doing, bro? Yeah. I'm buried. Yeah.
Shit bomb.
I'm buried. Yeah.
Who turned on the Judgment Day, Finn or Damien?
I'll tell you who turned on the Judgment Day. The fans turned on the Judgment Day. That's who turned on the Judgment Day. The friggin' fans did. You understand that? The fans did. Make no mistake about it, Louis Urdaneta. And thank you for the $5, man. I really appreciate it. When is All Out? Is All Out going to be on a Saturday or a Sunday? Because am I going to be competing with All Out when I do monetize this week? I told you, man, I'm not covering AEW anymore. I'm done. Well, not with the pay-per-views. I'll cover Wednesday nights maybe, but I'm not covering the pay-per-views. What a waste of time the other day. It was a good show, though. It was a good show, so I had fun watching the show. The Miz came out, and I don't know, man. Did he bury LA Knight? We'll talk about it.
What the hell did you smoke tonight?
I smoked realism. I smoked facts. I smoked reality. That's what I smoked tonight, Will Tactics. Okay? I smoked whatever's in Seth Rollins' delusions. That's what I did tonight. Seth Rollins out there dressed like the goddamn forest tonight.
You raised a piece of shit.
Joe Cronin as promo Diaz.
El Tapo es promo Dios. Tu papi es long. Yeah, yo soy tu papi. Thank you. Mucho dinero. Buenos noches. Muchas gracias. Mi amigo. What was that pin? Tommaso Ciampa with one of the weirdest pins tonight in his match. That match was going along pretty good, pretty well, and then just, bro, that pin was just jacked up. What a weird ending there, but it was, it had been going pretty well up until that point. I gotta admit, I popped for Mommy. Man, Rhea Ripley is on something else now, dude. When I see her and she comes out with her entrance, we're getting close to the point where I might start rooting for Rhea Ripley the way I used to root for Sasha Banks in her heyday in NXT, which is pretty goddamn good. By the way, Jesus Christ. Did you guys see Trish Stratus' body tonight? She's got fucking, she got problems all over the place. Bro, Trish Stratus has cuts, scars, and bruises all over her body from the past, year of wrestling. Trish Stratus looked insane. She had bruises everywhere. Dude, she had more bruises than a fucking Chris Brown's girlfriends. She had fucking bruises all over her, dude. It was crazy. I was looking at her like, God damn, that's probably from weeks ago. That's probably from the other day. That's probably from months ago. She looks like a fucking abuse victim out there, does Trish Stratus. But for some reason, it's turning me on really bad. I don't know what it is about a battered woman that turns me on, but boy, let me tell you something. I'll be using that for the spank bank for weeks, okay? I'm going to grab a hammer. I'm going to reenact some things I did that I wasn't proud of when I was 19, and I am going to beat it to that fucking bitch, okay? Let me tell you something, all right? We on some shit tonight. Click the like button and put that big thumb up my rectum, if you know what I mean. Let's go, daddy. And that's right. I told you tonight was going to be quick and fast, baby. Quick and fast up in this bitch. Who's in the chat? You got something to say? Say it to me. And I want you to vote on that poll. We're just starting the show. We're just starting. I might kill somebody tonight. Yeah! You want to do something about this, Sammy Bear King? Luke Rojas? Come on! Trish got a bruise, Trish gonna lose. Yeah, wanna expose her chest, lick her boobs. Yeah, wanna nut in her butt, filthy slut. Here I come, in your mum, in that bitch's stupid bum. I wanna shave her puss, I wanna eat her tush. I wanna put my tongue up inside like I'm George Bush with the money. I'm presidential top. Here I come, I put it in that filthy slut. Grab a gun and grab a broom. Go into a woman's restroom, then I fucking loom. I put it inside of the first girl who tries to take a shit. Yeah, then slit the bitch's wrist. Drop my cum inside of her. Here I come. Yo, I'm about to squirt in her skirt against her will. I'm gonna fill her puss with my ill. Omar Fuckarani's donating $17. Oh my God. Come on, make me believe in tasty. I
so thirsty, would you answer me? All my friends are fucking the man, 'cause all my friends are drinking cran. They're drinking cran, 'cause all my friends are drinking cran.
Gonna drink it.
I got the fucking cran.
Gonna drink it.
We got
Fuck raw. Another mediocre nonsense build up to a PPV that's lackluster as fuck. Ciampa went from a killer to a total pussy. Cody went from beating Lesnar to feuding with an Australian lesbian whore. Jack Perry autism speak volumes. Punk remains a
Punk, let me tell you something. Omar Fuckarani, man. Omar, fuck around and find out, brother. Thank you for being here tonight, Omar. Let's take a look at the poll. Let's go to the poll right now. Breaking news. Let's go to, by the way, are we guys, 84 likes? 84 84 likes? Did you guys see Jerry the King Lawler come out tonight? 84 likes. $84 likes. 109 likes, really? I'm going to read this book until we hit 200 likes. I'm going to read this book until we hit 200 likes. Woodworking, wisdom and know-how. Everything you need to know to design, build, and create. From the editors of Fine Woodworking. It's a beautiful book. I like it. This book is really good. So good. Of the 100 of woods, I've spent a lifetime studying none. Are you guys listening? Please make sure you're listening. Of the 100 of woods, I've spent a lifetime studying. None has so captivated me as cherry. Even now, when I bring it to my shop, its pleasant scent, subtly warm appearance, and satinly feel fills me with a sense of familiarity and comfort. And yet every time I choose it for a project, my confidence is shaken. This species often seems to have hidden personality, always friendly.
We plan the spot all day. I want you to jam it in. Oh, it's in your bunghole. Oh, it's in your bunghole. I want it jammed in my bunghole. Oh, it's in your bunghole.
Audio Jungle.
Like the video, you scumbags. I appreciate the realism and passion, Mr. Cronin. There is a price for salvation. Hashtag fuck around and find out.
Oh my God! Omar Fakarani! Fuck around and find out! Oh my God, Omar. I can't believe it. Of all the people that could drop $100, it's Omar that does it. This man is digging into his, I don't know, man, his funds. Oh my God, Omar. He is without a doubt the top dog now, and I didn't even get one up there yet. Holy shit, Omar. Thanks, man. I really, really fucking appreciate that, bro. That is so surprising. On a short, Raw review where I'm spewing nothing. But let me tell you this. Even though that's $101, and that's epic as hell, that was pretty awesome. Omar is a god. But we still don't have 200 likes. So back to the woodworking we go. Omar Fakarani, man. Fuck around and find out. The Miz's best promo in a long time tonight. This species often seems to have hidden personality, always friendly, but never totally forthcoming. Talking about a wood or a woman's pussy. Fuck. There are, of course, tangible and physical reasons behind the mysteries and magic of cherry. At least I've discovered a few of them. In many ways, our native North American black cherry is a nearly ideal cabin wood. Its density, texture, stability, and durability, working properties, color, and figure are as beckoning to some woodworkers as a cold beer on a hot summer's day. And history will seem to second that conclusion because cherry has figured prominently in American furniture museum quality pieces turned out by skilled 18th century cabinet makers. They're among the finest examples of American craftsmanship of the period. Also, the shaker craftsmen of the 19th century, who certainly knew a thing or two about practicality and function. They chose cherry for much of their best work. Would you guys like to look at the pictures? Very small print. We're almost at 200 likes. We're almost at 200 likes. We get to 200 likes, I'll stop reading the book. But you know what?
Shit bum.
Oh.
Here's $2, Joe. Terry's a price for Salvation Army.
Thank you, sir. I will use your $2 to buy toilet paper at the Family Dollar store in the next couple of days. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, Mr. Pico Boulevard. You are, without a doubt, a saint. It's not about donations. It's about likes. We must hit 200 likes. If we hit 200 likes, I will stop reading the woodworking book. But not until we reach 200 likes will I stop reading the woodworker book. Because guess what, guys? I've got wood! Why the wood can vary so much. You never can count on any two shipments of cherry being quite the same in either color or texture, nor can you even completely count on its consistency from board to board within a given shipment. While one board may display the classic flesh pink color and subtly intricate figure that is most common to the species, another will reveal a noticeably wavy curl and grain. The next may be peppered with jet black gum pockets, while still another will be slightly coarse or textured, perhaps even flaunting a descendingly greenish 146 likes. 146 likes. We still haven't reached 200 likes yet. I can't believe it. But you know what? I just realized something. I just realized something. Do you know what I just realized? I hate this book. Anyway, let's go ahead on with the Raw review. Enough joking around. Although we actually already talked about a lot of things. And I feel pretty good about myself, tonight. We've only got a little bit of time left, but I feel pretty good about myself to say this, that right now Omar is frantically clipping this show for gems. I guarantee he is. Let's go over to the Discord and see what's going on there from the softies out there tonight. I think that the fact that they called out the LA Knight stuff would have been cool. Maybe if LA Knight could have rebutted it, like tonight, probably. But it's a little bit rough. But it is the best The Miz has been in a long time because The Miz has really sucked. Like, he really has. Hey, D-Moon, I hope you kill JB, okay? We've got about... We're going to spend 10 minutes in the Discord. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, my God, listen to that. D. Welsh has his fish tank running or something like that. Sounds like you got a fish tank running, brother.
God. Do I sound good? I don't have anything running.
Okay.
Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound all right. What do you think tonight? We got 10 minutes. Bring it on. Raw, wrestling, CM Punk, AEW, Vince McMahon's corpse. What do you think?
It was on complete. It was on complete cruise control.
We gotta wait for Vince to actually have his body cold before he actually dies.
Let me tell you something. When Vince dies, I'm going to be crying on stream for 24 hours straight.
Yeah, you would be the only one. You probably will be the only one crying. Yeah, I probably will cry too, honestly.
Listen, man, I've watched Vince McMahon since I was like 5. I'll have a problem.
I mean, like, I honestly, like, the people who were like, oh, dude, I mean, be quite honest with you, Vince McMahon, he didn't really do anything. He got lucky or like something like that. Like, people try to downplay Vince McMahon, and it's like, I get it, you don't like his booking now, but you can't just, like, deny everything, not only that he's done for the business, but that he's still doing. Like, there's a lot of great ideas that did become great recently because of Vince, I can't think of any on the top of my head right now, but...
It's a combination of Vince, but there's also Paul Heyman, P.S. Michael Hayes, a bunch of people. So it's not just Vince. And even other people...
I mean, Paul Heyman literally like screwed over everybody in ECW, and people talk about him more favorably than Vince because of the whole Bret Hart thing. Basically,
not even, dude. Vince went into territories, raped and pillaged, and got their talent, got their TV, and yes, he did make a lot of things happen, and it was ingenious in a lot of ways with production and various negotiations with various other different promoters all around the world as far as putting TV out there. But realistically speaking, I mean, again, this guy literally gobbled up. He was like hungry hippo with the wrestling industry, and here we are today.
Yes, he gobbled again.
Damn, I'm sorry. Yeah, he gobbled him up. You mean he bought him? You mean
he had the gobbledygook?
Look at this. Look at that shot. What did you think of Raw tonight, then?
It was all right. Nothing too... Actually, I don't even know if all right's the word for it. I'd say it's like as average as you can get. It really does feel like the whole not Brody thing. Wow. The whole Bray thing really did kind of put a hinder in their plans for like Payback, because I don't even know what half the card for Payback is. You know what I mean? Like, and then they announced this tonight that the fucking Intercontinental title isn't even being defended on the pay-per-view, which doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why you would move that to a Raw.
I guess they want to pop your rating.
I'll tell you something, dude. I have so many issues with Raw. First of all, there's not like I know like the Bray Wyatt thing happened and kind of stuff, but Monday Night Raw from last week to this week, no fucking progress whatsoever in anything.
Yeah, besides that, there's a match announced.
Thanks, Cheese King. What's up?
So
was Cody even here tonight?
I didn't see Cody. No,
I didn't see Cody. I didn't see Cody either. So Cody went from fucking winning and getting acknowledgement from fucking Brock Lesnar to right now fucking feuding with this Australian motherfucker. What are we doing here? What is this going?
Is he feuding with an Australian?
I mean, isn't he gonna do like
Yeah, go on. I didn't know he was feuding with Grayson Waller.
He is.
Yeah,
he's gonna do like.
No, he's just on the talk show. I don't think he's feuding with them.
They're gonna do a talk show at the pay-per-view.
On a pay-per-view? That is so shit. That is so fucking shit.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, they didn't like right now. Anything, right? Okay, literally anything, and then people would bitch about it. That's what I'm saying. You put him in a match with anybody right now, and people would bitch. This isn't a good match to put him in. So then you put him in an interview, and you give him a featured spot on the pay-per-view. This isn't good for him right now. What people want is that they want him to go against Roman, but that's not going to happen until WrestleMania. So right now, you got to unfortunately put him in filler shit. Like that's
I don't know, someone who comes and punch him in the anything, but with Grayson, a fucking TV show with Grayson, that is the worst possible scenario you could do in a pay-per-view. What they're gonna gain anyways? Hit him with a Cody Cutter when he's in a suit and then leaves?
I think that's what's gonna happen is that they're gonna prelude to the match. What I think is gonna happen is that Grayson Waller is gonna bring up the fact that Cody couldn't get it done at WrestleMania still. And like that's gonna still give us like, hey guys, that might happen, because that's kind of what Grayson Waller's role is. Just be like, hey, do you remember when you lost to this guy a few years ago, or do you remember when this happened?
Well, don't you think he would have come out?
That's the only thing I see coming out of that.
I would have thought he would come out tonight and like, or you know what I mean? Like he would face Cody on a Raw, lose on Raw, and that's it. Like I wouldn't think that would be the main story of what he's doing next.
Exactly,
like you said, and he's not even on Raw.
Cody, they probably gave Cody some time off because of the whole thing. He went to SmackDown when he's not scheduled for SmackDowns, and he probably flew all the way out there. So that's the only reason why I think they probably didn't have him on Raw, because that's like the first time I think all year they haven't had him on Raw.
First time since WrestleMania. He was on the SmackDown before Mania. And the only reason why I guess they brought it over there because they wanted to do the Terry Funk tribute, which, by the way, the main event tonight between the women was more of a hardcore match, despite the fact that it was Falls Count Anywhere, more so than the tag match on SmackDown that was dedicated to the Funk.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why they said that. I like literally, I think they just did that because they're like, oh fuck, Terry died too. We can't just like pretend that he's, you know, like
Let's
we don't want to
happy, you know.
We don't want to say it, but his death kind of got overshadowed.
Dude,
I mean, unfortunately.
Grayson Waller makes Damian Sandow looks like a god. He sucks. He fucking
I don't mind Grayson Waller. I just don't really care too much the fact that they're putting him in these like weird segments. And I also think his theme song sucks.
He's like the other terrible. Miz.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like less talented Miz, who's like maybe better athletically with the Miz's first fucking outfit that he used to wear, his gear, with the stupid dumbass fucking shorts. Like he looks like he's about to go swimming.
Yeah, like, but he's retarded. Like he shows up at the pool, like, hey guys, I go swimming. They're like, dude, you can't wear that. What are you doing? Like, what'd you put on? Or he comes down like, hey, we're going out today to the carnival, and he comes down with like a snorkel on and pants and like wristbands around his neck for some reason.
Joe, do you remember what the Miz's old gear looked like in like 2009? You probably don't, but that's exactly what Grayson Waller is dressed.
The camel shorts and the shitty pick hair and all this shit.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I'm not too high up on Grayson Waller, but at the same time, like I don't know. I'm not too like miserable the fact that Cody's not doing anything, because right now Cody on Raw. I've been mad about Cody even getting moved to Raw in the first place because there's nothing to do. Like there's nothing for him to do. But I don't know. Like, it's one of those situations where it's like, would you rather him have filler matches with Seth that he doesn't need to have? That would only make him and Seth, like, it would only ruin their momentum because you can't have one of them go over on each other because then it would just ruin the other guy. But you can't have Cody lose because he's pretty much, you know, the biggest baby face in the company, and you can't have Seth lose because he's the world champion. So,
but you know why? You know why we can't find Cody a good opponent? Because this company is not building like if Tommaso Ciampa was built up as this fucking savage, we could have had a Tommaso Ciampa Cody rivalry or something. But Tommaso Ciampa right now is a fucking cringy piece of shit, and he is nothing like what he was in NXT. He's been terrible
because they literally just started building him.
Well, but you know what it is? They've started and stopped him so many times that it's hard to whatever. But you're right. They're trying to sort of start this new build for him. We'll see where it goes. But so every other time they do, either gets injured or they do something else.
What was he going to NXT that was so fucking like fantastic? It didn't just happen in like 2 seconds. Like, oh yeah, I don't know why they don't just bring him on the roster and then he just wins. Like, it's not going to work like that.
You don't. I think it would work because look at his run in NXT. The guy was a fucking butcher. I loved him. He was great.
Yeah, he was running NXT because he turned on Johnny Gargano after they built up a multiple year-long relationship with him and Johnny Gargano. He turns on Gargano, and then for the next year or so, I think he get injured or something.
Yeah,
he did get injured, and Johnny Gargano came in for the belt. Yeah.
So there were so many things going on there where it's like, I feel like so many people just go, why can't this guy just do what he was doing in NXT? It's because, like, nobody knows what was going on in NXT. And you got to, like, introduce a character first. And, yes, they have started and stopped him. Same with guys like Bronson Reed. And recently they started and stopped with Shinsuke. And now they're just like, oh, we're going to build him up as a face. And they're like, fuck it, we'll turn him heel.
If you're even looking at AEW booking, they're starting and stopping with all the big guys because it's not big guy territory. But
AEW been crap with booking. AEW has been shit with booking.
Even if you have 77 million guys, it's almost like when you have 77 million fucking guys on your roster, it's going to happen eventually. But I don't know, like, the Attitude Era was able to balance more people better, you know?
Well, unfortunately, we also still have a lot of guys that are, you know, that have been in the company for a while, and either they're being featured here and there, or if they're coming back, they're being sent down to NXT to kind of be repackaged. I mean, Mandy Rose, when, you know, she got sent from the main roster down to NXT, that was the best thing in the world for her to do at that time. But she took but the difference is she actually took advantage of it. A lot of these guys are not.
Jojo, I want to ask you a question.
The best thing for her was her at-home dildo that she uses on OnlyFans. That was really the best thing for her, and her bank account.
Well, mainly the bank account.
Jesus. Joe, what do you think of Rollins' run as the World Heavyweight Champion? Because so far, I'm done with him.
It's starting to be. It's starting to feel like a mediocre mid-card belt run.
It's garbage.
It pretty much is. It's like the third most important feud right now, maybe fourth.
Yeah, it's not. It was like all right for a little bit, but right now it's losing. It doesn't feel like he's. They also did damage when they did that stuff with, you know, Roman and then this other belt and whatever. But I would say that it almost feels like the Intercontinental Championship. But now it feels like it's, but I mean, like, you know, like back in the day, you're right, though. I mean, listen, back in the day, the Intercontinental title and the main title, I mean, more powerful than what we have now. But
even the tag titles, for that matter.
Yeah, it doesn't feel, it just feels like, there's the WWE World title, right, that Roman has, and then there's everything else. It doesn't feel like any other belt is any bigger than any other belt, except for Roman's title. The Roman's title.
Right now, the world title feels like what the WCW title was in 2001, where like Booker T and The Rock were fighting for it. Like, yeah, The Rock's a big star and he had it, but and Jericho.
That felt bigger though. That felt bigger still, even though you're right. I didn't like it either back then. I never liked the WCW.
By the way, that was the fucking worst looking version of the Big Gold ever. Fucking ugly ass 100%. Version of it. The fucking that was the one that Shawn won at the Elimination Chamber the next year.
Yeah.
That was such an ugly fucking version. You couldn't get any better version of the big gold with this stupid ass, thick ass fucking leather strap. Like, ugh, I fucking
Well, I mean,
hated
it was
that.
technically still the same sort of kind of size as the WCW one, which was pretty much the same shape and replica of that. It's just the only difference I think was just really the nameplate being more of a clearer, more slicker version than the original nameplate.
When WWE reintroduced, like they put the logo on the title, and like at some point they updated the belt. It looked fucking fantastic. It was like they gave it like a 3D etch, and it had this curve in the belt, and it just looked so fucking nice, bro. I really like going back and looking at like championship belt history, because you can actually tell like all the different types of titles they use for like house shows, and like which one they were carrying at the time or whatever, or like why does this one have like a weird scuff on it? Oh, it's because Ric Flair got drunk one time and fucking threw up all over it.
No. He
Like,
literally when he forgot the belt like Jericho one night, he's like, "Oh crap, Crockett, give me another belt." No.
Or like when Lesnar forgot his belt, so they gave him a replica championship, and nobody really gave a shit.
Hilarious.
They're like, yeah, it looks like shit anyway. Nobody will notice.
Hilarious. But Joe, really quickly, and again, I know everybody's been reading this all day, but when we found out the news that Bray apparently was on a defibrillator for his heart, and apparently he did not go to sleep with it as his doctor was telling him to, and that's what's pretty much led to his demise. It sucks, and I know somebody that actually went through that.
I don't know why. Like I get it's almost sounds like they weren't sure what was going on with him, but they knew he was in trouble, so you should wear this every night. But right? They didn't really know what was going on yet, right?
Yeah, but it's like if you know you have that type of heart condition, your career is over.
Yeah, I don't understand all the facts. But it does sound like within the last couple of weeks he got it, right? Like he got this thing given to him.
I would say within like the last 4 weeks, maybe 2 to 4 weeks, he just started using it. But it's like if you know you're on that thing, again, like I know people have had that, whether it be COPD or whether different type of heart conditions. But it's just like, bro, you're done.
COPD is different. That's something where you have to have the CPAP machine or whatever. That's
right, the CPAP machine, but it's still on your chest. You have to have that in order for something to function. And
well, isn't I think the electric defibrillator thing that he would have goes on his chest, right? So it can hear the heartbeats. So but if the heartbeats stop at some point, it shocks you.
Right, exactly. It triggers you. And the thing is, because remember, he's like a 255-pound guy. So I'm not sure if that was also. I'm not sure if that was also what was.
Okay, so from what I gathered, he's had this a while.
You should say was, because did you know he died?
Oh,
obviously,
I guess Bray Wyatt, he could have had this for years, because this is going back a long time.
And all the bumps that he took, and again, anything.
Because they brought Dave Meltzer earlier today somewhere in a podcast mentioned that he's known for years about Bray Wyatt's heart, that he had something up with his heart, but he's like unofficially, off the record knew about it. So that means something he would never report. So Dave Meltzer knew this. For how many? And he mentioned years. So years of this.
He always says that. He always says he knows things.
Right. I mean, he could just say that.
Still get a source to not report it. That's anybody.
I'm sure he's not gonna. I mean, what probably happened is somebody close to Wyatt who wouldn't tell anybody. Would they tell Meltzer? I mean, like I don't understand. But what the
maybe
bottom?
Mike Rotunda, maybe.
I already knew.
Yeah, that's basically what he said.
How did you know?
Probably somebody from the
I already knew that the dogs were in the enclosed space in the garage. I already knew.
No, there you go.
Did you
know that the iguana was being released into the gatekeeper as well?
I thought it was a hedgehog.
Ooh, I'd love to put a cock in a hedgehog, but no. It's years ago. Dave Meltzer knew about this, so that means. But my question is and he mentioned it was around the time that right before when Bray was doing the Fiend originally, when he first started the Fiend stuff.
So what was that? 2017, 18?
2019.
Right. So, well, and wait a minute. When did Bray leave? Actually, I know when it was. When did Bray leave the first time? When did
When he got fired?
When Randy Orton
2021.
37.
2021.
Okay, so that's actually, I believe that's when so that's when Dave Meltzer said he knew about it. So I'm not so sure. I don't know now if anybody else has heard enough out there to know. I don't know. From all I can do is say that I can confirm that Dave Meltzer said he found out about Bray having a heart problem when he left the first time, because that's when it happened.
Yeah.
So that means that Bray Wyatt must have had COVID early on, because
Possibly, yeah.
Because think about this, a lot of people have been saying, like, a lot of people are saying the jab and is it COVID or the jab, whatever it is. Hey, but so the reason why I say that is, was it out? Was the jab out at that point?
Maybe he got COVID again? I don't know.
It was, yeah.
When
the jab came like around the beginning of 2021. So
when did Bray Wyatt
probably,
leave? When did he? Because when he left the first time was what, after WrestleMania?
After WrestleMania in Florida, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's
April.
when he got sick. At that point,
Yeah.
that's when it happened.
Jab.
By the way,
Somebody really should have like a COVID gimmick, and their finish would be the jab, like the Cobra or something. But they put like a fake puppet needle on their hand.
Well, the jab comes from people not being able to say the actual words, or YouTube would take you down for talking about it, for misinformation.
Yeah.
But now it's okay to talk about it. So.
And Joe, people were saying, like, in the chat, like, yeah, he got it in February, but the thing is, you could still have gotten COVID a second time. So regardless if he got COVID, you know, back when he first got fired, or maybe some other type of condition that we're not aware of, again, it remains to be seen. But yeah, he was
And
pretty in bad shape.
when he came back as Uncle Howdy in September last year, remember, he didn't wrestle until the Royal Rumble. Like, it was all promo after promo after promo after promo, barely any action. So maybe that Royal Rumble match was like, all right, let's see how it goes and see how your health goes by.
I think they thought that it was, you know, part of COVID, you know, and all that stuff, and they didn't think it would. It just kept lingering. I mean, dude, the guy the guy had worked his way back for the last 7 months, seemingly got better, and then a week ago, had an episode that landed him in the hospital, and then he was given the defibrillator. And then now he's dead, and they found the defibrillator in his car, and he was asleep in the house. So something massive was going on. It's like, why wasn't he put into surgery, or like,
or sent to the hospital immediately? Because I mean, and people are bringing this also up in the chat too, where it's like, before the 37th WrestleMania, like, he was at his thinnest, but he had lost weight significantly. I don't know if it was because of training, but that also could have been a factor of maybe his condition.
Well, they said
all I know is that the only two people that weren't standing up there were Roman. He wasn't paying respect because he wasn't in the building, and he probably won't pay respect when he comes back. And then Bobby Lashley, because that motherfucker's like, yeah, I don't give a shit that he's dead. I didn't get a WrestleMania match because that motherfucker. I didn't get a WrestleMania match because that motherfucker.
Bobby was on the stage on SmackDown. I saw him with the Street Profits.
Yeah, he was right in the front.
Oh, he's so forgettable that I forgot anyway.
Wow.
I believe
wearing a suit.
I believe his like aorta or one of his ventricles or something like that had been
ruptured,
shrunken or something. They were mentioning that was damaged bad because of COVID. So like, here's the thing though. I'm wondering, like, in a perfect medical world, are you not rushed right to a doctor?
Dude, in a perfect world, this guy is in the ICU under fucking supervision,
right,
for a very, very long time. He doesn't leave the hospital.
Yeah,
wait. Was he in the hospital at the time of his death, or was he?
No.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, he literally had a 7 month layoff as he struggled to get back to somewhat normal. Then 2 weeks ago, it looked like he was probably coming back, maybe, and then a week ago, he has a real bad issue. Goes into the doctor or somewhere with a problem, and then they're like, yeah, something's up. You've got this damage is still going on. There's a problem. But in the meantime, you need to take this defibrillator and wear this, you know what I mean, just in case when you're sleeping or something like that. And then he goes home, doesn't wear it for whatever reason that day, that night, and then he's not here anymore. He dies in his sleep. So
that's exactly what happened to my homie like 10 years ago. Basically, his wife had told me that for whatever reason, he felt prideful that night where he's like, I'm tired of wearing this. And she suggested, you should go to the hospital then. And it's just like, nope. And then the day after, passed away.
That's crazy, man. Like, I don't, it seems like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it seems like why was there not there's more information.
It could have been handled better.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, we
better.
don't know. None of us know, but it feels like you said, he should have been in the minute that he had that problem. If they're requesting that, oh, you should wear this defibrillator until we get you in the hospital or whatever, dude, why wasn't he immediately in the hospital? Like,
exactly.
You've got to be,
or at least has a private nurse. Get a private nurse to supervise you. Someone to take care of you.
We all think of these things, and honestly, it's like, I feel like you would think about this in any situation. You would always think it's shady, but the matter of fact is the guy's dead. No fucking point of like wondering, oh my God, they should have, what they should have done is got him lunch from fucking Arby's that day, and then he would have been better. Like let's stop like all the hypotheticals of all this shit as if like, we're fucking doctors or some shit.
That's what I mean is we aren't. That's why I'm asking that question. Like, we don't know, but it's like, so what does that mean? Is it because, did they have a surgery plan that we don't know about? Did they have to run more tests so they couldn't just start doing stuff until do you know what I mean? Like, that's probably what it was. That, okay, next week you got to go in for a cardiogram thing. The next week you've got to come in to test this. You know what I mean? They were probably running through those. I don't know.
You know what's interesting?
We don't know.
What's interesting, but when Jerry Lawler had his heart attack, right? Like 3 days after he had his heart attack and he's fine, everything like that, he's eating like fried food and all this other crap. So it's like, it's interesting how coming out of you're about to literally hit death, you kick out, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna act like nothing's wrong.
Well, and part of it is fuck it, I survived. Who cares? But also part of it too could be the doctors telling you how you had why the heart attack happened. Like, you know what I mean? If the doctor says, oh, you've got all this, whatever you want to call it, blockage going on and stuff in your blood, and what's the cholesterol. You've got all this cholesterol buildup and stuff like that. They're going to tell you, yeah, don't eat a fucking Big Mac. But I mean, if they're like, yeah, this had nothing to do with that, like, then you're like, oh, like that's why he's eating a hamburger, because like, well, that's not why I had the heart attack. So it's not like I can't have a hamburger.
Yo,
fuck you, China.
Yo, Andre, listen, I'm not heartless. It's just like, I'm not going to fucking sit here and speculate about all these fucking things about this guy. Like, oh, I'm wondering why they didn't do this. Because honestly, I don't know Bray. I've never met Bray, and I don't have a personal connection with Bray. So I don't really, to be quite honest,
I'm just curious about the medical
all these.
You know what I mean? The process. Like,
yeah.
what's the, like we're all wondering, like, why would you give a guy a defibrillator? And when, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, normally when you discover something that bad, you say, we need a surgery party, or we need to do something, like, right now.
I feel like people wouldn't give a shit if this is a regular person, but because this guy likes to wrestle.
Well, but no, I do give a shit because, Brian, thank you for the $1.99. Remember the Friends debut at SummerSlam Gold. Joe, remember the Fiends debut at SummerSlam Gold. Yeah, that was pretty good. I thought it was Friends. I'm retarded. No, you didn't say Friends. I'm just can't read. Loved it, Brian. No, it's thank you, Brian. I'm interested in the regular man. How many regular, like, of us, not celebrity people? Yeah. How many people like have this happen where they're having a problem and the doctor just says, here, take a defibrillator for a couple months and we'll figure it out.
Take a Z-Pack.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so that's what I'm asking about. It's not really.
Yeah, it's just the story is not adding up when you hear about he was given a defibrillator and he just goes home. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, no, who would charge you out to be like, yeah, have this and you'll be fine?
Well,
again maybe Bray checked himself out. Again, we don't know that yet, but we don't know. He wanted to go home.
Maybe. You guys literally don't know anything.
Well, listen, dude, I mean, there's going to be people that say crazy stuff. I don't even want to say the next thing. There's a couple of things you could say about, leaving it in the car and where your state of mind, and I'm not going to do it, but other people have already started to do that. So we don't know.
Yeah, I listen, like, I think and I was talking with you about this in private, where it's like, I don't know. I get annoyed where I feel like I'm annoyed that Bray died. I'm pissed that he died, and like it's a bummer. But there's some people who I can tell are just fucking being super fake about it and are like pretending to be way more upset about it just for fucking clicks.
Right.
Which is like the most old man thing.
We can talk about the reporters at All In asking Big Show and various other different people. I mean,
well, not even that. Not even that, because that's their job to interview. I'm talking about the fucking. I don't even know what to do, guy. Like, you didn't fucking know the guy, dude. You never met him. You never had a conversation with him. You watched him on TV and he died. Like, I understand that. But, like, for you to get emotional about that as if he was your family member, you're fucking weird and you're probably a homosexual. And that's okay. But just come out with it instead of being like, oh, I'm like a straight dude and crying about my wrestler dying. Like, because you wouldn't give a shit about this guy if he was just some guy you met. Nobody would be wondering, why didn't they give him his fucking pillow in the bed at 2 o'clock in the morning like he was supposed to? There's a specific schedule you're supposed to follow. Nobody would give a shit about this guy if he didn't do the fucking wrestling thing. That's what really people are missing.
Of course, because people are watching him. People
miss him as a person. Nobody misses him as a person. People miss him as a wrestler. Everybody going, he was one of the most kindest person I've ever met. You don't know him.
If you met him,
you don't know him.
He was like that.
What if
you don't know him? The great one. So don't put on your fucking sad voice. The great one and fucking Soul Monster and all you fucking fakes. Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm just everybody. Off. I'm bored.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm sorry, you guys just went on and on about like every single fucking might have been problem, and it was just so annoying. It's like, God.
Luke, you need a blowjob. You need a blowjob, my friend.
Well, it's okay because I gotta. On that note, I gotta end the show anyway because I'm way past my bedtime here.
Wait a second. Did you I just wanted to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's gonna happen with the Judgment Day? Do you think Damian is gonna win the titles with Finn because of JD and they're going to accept JD into the group, or they're just going to turn on Damian or something? Like, I want to get your take and not a troll answer.
No, I think they're gonna kick somebody's going out of the group. I just don't know.
War Games.
I don't know. Oh, really? You think so? I don't know which one it's going to be, but maybe no one's going to go out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. War Games. They need at least 4 or 5 people.
Wait, War Games is coming up?
Well, yeah, it's coming up for Survivor Series, so you're going to need at least 4, unless if you want to make it an intergender.
Wait a minute.
Adding Rhea, which I don't think would necessarily be a thing, but who knows? They might change their mind.
No, wait a minute. Isn't War Games 5 people?
Guys got to fucking sell for the girls, and they don't have to do shit.
Joe, apparently Roman is supposed to retire the blue belt to Bray's family. What was your favorite Bray moment? Also, Rustafa, it was a stutter. Smiley face.
Yep, Brian, thanks for the $4.99.
Mustafa
the stutterer.
He's a truther. He tells the truth.
That's what he is.
He tells the truth. We all heard it.
He's a troll. It's okay.
This isn't even about This isn't even about months ago. This is about recently. We all know that you fucking.
It's also creepy that Wyndham and Brody Lee died from the Wyatt family a few years apart. Miz did not bury LA Knight. LA Knight is on God mode and Miz is worse than Natalia.
Damn, I thought Miz did it. I really did like Miz's promo tonight, and I normally hate the Miz, but he was good tonight, I thought. Mirov, thank you.
I thought his promo was good, but it's not as good. I don't think it was his best promo ever.
It wasn't a burial at all. It was just an.
And I don't think it was a burial. Yeah, it was so late. The stuff that he went more into the fans than anything. I think LA Knight buried the Miz when he was like, yeah, when you were champion 12 years ago and nobody gave a shit because you were just a background in the Rock and John Cena's story.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, like he's got to bring more of that next week now though to answer this, don't you think? Like he's got to really bring it hard next week.
Especially if LA Knight goes over.
I mean, LA Knight's gonna go over. They're not gonna have the guy be like, hey, this is Bray Wyatt's last guy he ever faced.
Dude, they could extend this if they wanted to. So again, I don't know. So
I don't know. That'd be weird.
I mean, I guess anything's possible, but I don't know. I just don't see the Miz going over on LA Knight. And if they did that, it really would be really detrimental to his momentum.
I don't think so. I think, honestly, even if he lost this pay-per-view, again, the next pay-per-view, they can absolutely give him a win and then do the rubber match at Survivor Series.
It's just weird that it feels like for so many people that, like, I don't know if this is a testament to, like, how fans are or a testament to how wrestling is now, but it feels like one loss really can just kill somebody's momentum, like, or stifle it to a point where it's like it can't get back to where it was. I'm not saying that's what has happened to Cody since the Roman loss, but it does feel like he's not at exactly where he was around
He's not as white
WrestleMania.
hot as he was like before Mania, is basically what you're saying.
But I still view him as like the most logical guy to beat Roman. I just don't view him as I don't know. I don't view him as in the same light as I did at WrestleMania, where it was like, yeah, this is the guy who's gonna beat him. Now it's more like, oh, maybe. I mean, you never know. They might change their mind.
And again, Roman has stayed healthy throughout this title reign. So anything could happen to the point where if he ever got injured, I mean, they're going to protect him. They're going to do everything that they can so they can get him through the next number of months. So let's just, knock on wood that, that doesn't happen. But for anybody really on the roster, because we want everybody to remain healthy at least.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, and I saw somebody else say this in the comments, that Triple H's Reign of Terror is probably a better reign than Roman's, because while Roman had a great storyline, his reign has pretty much destroyed everybody else's credibility in his way. Like he's defended the title 30 times. Look at all the people.
But he cheated every time almost.
Yeah, and look where everybody else is. Finn Balor, he barely wins, cheats to win that match against Finn Balor. Finn Balor is now, Braun Strowman, he beat clean, by the way. Bray Wyatt, Bray Wyatt never even got his match for the title. Fucking Kevin Owens lost like 400 times to him. Sammy, since losing to him, has lost a lot of momentum. Cody lost a little bit of momentum. Drew, the list goes on and on and on. Yeah, Brock honestly lost a lot of mystique since the Roman feud. I think putting him in that feud where he jobbed to Roman 3 times in a row, yes, it was due to interference, but it did really kill a lot of his credibility. And then even before this championship reign started, I mean, Roman only only lost clean maybe 3 or 4 times in his whole career. So I don't know. It's just at least with Triple H, yeah, he buried people, but he put a lot of people over, even during the Reign of Terror.
Solo or Cody will beat Roman at WrestleMania 40. Mark my word, you marks. BTW CM Punk is a pussy, and I hope he gets fired.
Damn. Mark it down there.
As far as to my knowledge, they're both suspended until the investigation is completed.
Yeah, could be a day, could be 5 weeks.
Are we not going to see them at the pay-per-view?
It's what they're saying, maybe not, but nobody really knows that. Mirov, thank you for the $5, Mirov. Anybody else wants to donate to save my life? Donate now. Go ahead. No, when do you think they're going to come back? Who gives All Out? No one's even booked for matches.
Except for one as of right now, the Mid-Atlantic title, which I'm assuming nobody really is going to care for.
I thought it was the international title now.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, right, the international title. Again, the same deal, different day. But, yeah, Orange Cassidy allegedly is going to go up against Jon Moxley if he beats Penta this Wednesday, which he will. And that's pretty much it. And as far as the world title match, yeah, we have barely anything on that card.
Yeah, I don't. They're going to build it on Wednesday, I guess.
And Saturday, I think. Right? Wait.
If they were, if they were smart, they'd book Jack Perry and CM Punk.
Dude, if they were smart, they would have did the Elite and CM Punk.
Oh yeah,
and whoever.
They can't though. They can't though because these people, these wrestlers are actually bitches, so they can't do that because these guys are actually bitches. You would think they'd come together and be like,
territory days. What did they do? Real storylines drew money, but apparently Tony Khan is such a fanboy. And all due respect to Tony Khan, yes, you are a fanboy, and not seeing the obvious and saying, okay, at least we can respect the fact these professionals could get in the ring, do business. They don't have to like each other, but at least do business.
That's what I'd say. I'd be like, hey, guess what? Go out there and do this or you're fired.
The only reason Roman Reigns is where he's at is because Vince McMahon has a fetish for big sweaty Samoans from the Inouye family. Roman is garbage.
God Phoenix, you got a great point. Now, listen, back in the day, I would have agreed with you years ago when Roman was, when they were forcing Roman down our throats. It goes back to when CM Punk picked the guys he wanted to come up to the main roster, and Roman was not one of them. They forced Roman on Punk or else, and so Punk said, okay, fine, I'll take the Roman guy. And then even when the Shield was over, they wanted to separate Roman right from the beginning. They had a hard-on for him forever, and for about 5 years, it didn't work at all. And we documented it well here by burying the guy for 5 years. He was fucking awful, suffering succotash shit.
And that's a great point, Joe.
And now he's good. This
is what pisses me off also. Like, the idea that, like, just recently in this year, where Punk called out what was formerly Dean Ambrose, now Jon Moxley. John goes on this podcast, and I'm thinking like myself, that's a match right there. And Punk could bring up the fact that I'm the reason why you're a star, and this and that. And Moxley fires back, and it's just like back and forth.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's like you can't even lead the horses to the water and make them drink it.
Right. And why can't you have Moxley be the guy who says all these crazy things about, like, Punk? Like, we all know what you've been doing here, like, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, he's the Menorah man.
Well,
worse than children. Worse than children.
Well, I like how you go, but like earlier you were saying, yeah, and CM Punk likes to piss in children's like faces. Like,
well, that was the character Joe Cronin.
Was that your alter ego, Joe?
Oh, that was the character. Yeah. That was the character of Joe. This is Dan Cronin we're speaking to.
Yeah.
No. He's locked up in.
You were talking to the alter ego earlier tonight. Yeah, I think I said some crazy other shit too that will be pretty funny to revisit later. But
well, you know what's funny? I just wanted to say that, like,
how many characters live in you, Joe? We got to know.
There's a lot.
I wanted to talk about Seth's promo. I thought that was probably one of the best promos Seth has cut like all year. Like, I actually didn't mind it tonight. I thought it was kind of good. I thought, and he didn't do too much of the fuck. Yeah, he didn't do the stupid crazy guy gimmick, and was like 1 second he's a crazy guy, the next second he's a professional champion guy. He just cut a really good promo, and they took my advice, by the way, with the whole Shinsuke vignette thing a few weeks ago, and they should have done that from the beginning.
I thought that was funny. I noticed that. I was like, that's funny. Like, you mentioned that.
Interesting outfit he also wore tonight too.
Tonight they did the exact same thing. I said that he should be doing martial arts while speaking Japanese with subtitles, and they edit it in like a cool fashion.
Well,
they literally did that exact same thing, because why would you ever have Shinsuke go outside in the fucking ring to cut a promo that nobody's gonna understand? Like, I'm still baffled that they went through with that a few weeks ago.
I don't agree. I think he's got better English skills than they ever let him showcase. I never understand it. He
talks long.
He talks like a Japanese version of The Godfather. I'm not gonna lie.
Is he really like that, Mustafa? You die. Remember the promo I did for him versus Hulk Hogan in a video game? I thought that was better.
Oh, dude, that was awesome.
Hulk Hogan, you die.
Yes, everything is a question mark after a sentence.
I forget. I don't know where it is, but it was damn good. I don't know where it is, but it was good.
You got to release those commentary tracks.
Ladies and gentlemen,
where you're like, I was having a good time until I heard this burrito music start playing, and it's Sin Cara's theme.
No, did you hear what I said earlier, dude? Somebody came out. Who came out tonight? I said, are they coming out or a piñata coming out? Oh, Raquel Gonzalez came out, and I said, is that Raquel Gonzalez? I thought a piñata was coming out because her music was like da 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 da. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. Oh my God! I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase Allison right Tuckwab. Here. I'm gonna leave this briefcase right here.
Omar, you gotta do me a favor.
Super chats have been like really down recently. I'm shocked, and here she is, Allison Tuckwab.
Run, you fat bitch.
Look at that bitch.
Run, you fat bitch.
Just in time for the football season.
Fat bitch.
Read this donation that you just sent.
By the way, there's a brand new $15 donation.
What did she say in this donation?
I'm not reading it on purpose because I want to listen to how crazy it is.
Run, you fat bitch.
I wish Roman Reigns would kill over getting sick of him having the tag team titles already. Good riddance. He needs to get rid of the belt. Is feeling sorry for the other wrestlers. Take the belt and shove it up your nowhere.
Allison, I wish oh my God, I wish Roman would kill over. Keel over.
and I'm so sick of him having. I'm so sick of him having the tag titles. He doesn't have those.
No, I think she's making fun of the fact he has 2 belts.
He doesn't.
Well,
he only has one now.
I don't know. I'm going to pass out, though, because she's like, I wish Roman would keel over. After Bray Wyatt passes away, Allison hopes Roman keels over. And he had blood cancer.
I'm surprised she didn't bring in Aaron Rodgers into that.
Oh, my God. I wish Roman would keel over. Kill over.
Wasn't it a couple of weeks ago, me and you were like hysterically laughing because we're just listening to this message and like the whole night, nothing to do with football is brought up. And then just like, she just drops this long ass donation. It's like fucking 6 paragraphs long of and no commas, by the way. I really hope Aaron Rodgers makes it to the star. I want to make sure that he goes to the team that I just like. Oh we get it. We get it. You like Aaron Rodgers.
No, she loves Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna pass out.
No, she's a little obsessed.
What happened to Punk when he got to the UK?
Yeah, he couldn't find his way there or something.
Yeah, he had to take a train to find his hotel.
So that was the other thing. They couldn't pick up Punk from the airport because he wanted to come on his own terms, and then he couldn't figure out how to sync up with
the fans.
AEW. Yeah, the fans had to be like, no, you get on the train, and then you get off at this stop, and then you'll get to that. So the fans had to help CM Punk.
He can't find a building.
He refused help though because he found out that they
see the recent news
that they support J.K. Rowling
about Punk saying he hates working in AEW.
Where did he say that?
Well, yeah, he was frustrated based upon what was going on, and it's not just one thing. And literally, it's an honest opinion. But again, everybody feels that way about everybody else there. It's like literally you're on either Camp Punk or you're Camp Elite.
These new wrestlers in the
if I was MJF or Adam Cole, I'd be so fucking pissed off that literally I just headlined the biggest attended show in wrestling history, and this is what's being talked about.
Right. And I bet they are thinking that.
And Adam Cole didn't pull up.
Yeah, why don't you make another show about you and your backstage bullshit, you fucking cocksucker? That's probably what they're thinking.
Son, run, you fat bitch. Run.
Allison Tuckwab dropping another one, and then I'm going to play some of my Shinsuke thing, and then we're going to go to bed because I'm way past my bedtime.
You fat bitch.
I'm fucked. It's so late, bro. I should be sleeping now. Already asleep.
If someone donates $100.
Someone donates $5,000, I'll call out of work.
You're such a fucking liar.
$5,000.
$200 in free ice cream.
No, I would not. It had to be a lot.
Free ice cream.
Yeah, $5,000 fucking dollars. You can do it well.
I mean, I wish Roman Reigns would take the damn title and give it to someone else or shove it up his ass.
You know what?
Just as funny, just as entertaining.
I like how though every second donation that she sends always starts with "I mean" or "I was saying."
I think I want to see the shove it up the ass thing. I would have to go with that over.
Hey, Bullfrog is a moron.
Oh my God.
Well, Luke, as they say back in the day, what happened was.
Vince will kill over first, hopefully soon.
Oh my God, Mirov. Mirov. Vince will. Vince might keel over.
Worse,
You're right. I've said worse. Vince may keel over soon. That's true.
Well, you know what I heard? Speaking of CM Punk, I heard today that he was in the woman's bathroom, licking the toilet seats.
Oh.
And I know, weird, just really weird.
It is weird.
But you know what? Miro did say that that's not true, so you never know.
I already made that joke on YouTube earlier.
Yeah.
Luke just stole my joke.
Did you say something earlier about him in a game machine, Joe?
He just stole my joke.
You didn't. Yeah, that wasn't your joke though. That was the commenter's joke, and also everybody's been making that joke for the past, on YouTube.
You're right. I did. You're right. I did steal it from that guy. I stole it from the Twitter.
Joe,
guy.
you really are like a fucking.
You're right.
You claim everything as yours. What are you, fucking Jericho?
He claims that
everybody's ripping me off.
Well, no, that was that was the joke. That was actually the joke. But I was like, no, I came up with that.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Okay, Luke, sounds like you've been talking to somebody else too much.
True.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Fuck you, you fucking cocksucker.
Sounds like someone's polluting your brain.
Somebody else.
Someone's getting someone's putting some weird thoughts in your brain I haven't heard in over a year. But let me tell you something.
You're such a fucking fan.
Yeah, you are. And so I do want to give credit to that guy. That was funny, dude. So this guy wrote on Twitter earlier. He was like, yeah, Mirov, didn't approve that or something, and it was really funny. But yeah, so Mirov pissed me off because it was like, he's like, that didn't happen. It's like, okay, but Tony Khan said there was a backstage altercation and this stuff happened. And so this guy writes about it in depth, and then Mirov says that didn't happen. Well, what part didn't happen? Because that's what everyone's talking about, and basically, Tony Khan said it did happen. So what about it didn't happen, you fucking idiot? So Mirov just chimes in and says, that didn't happen. Okay, I believe you, Mr. fucking can't get on any TV time on any show.
Typical retarded Eastern European. What do you expect?
Yeah,
I dealt with them when I was in Australia. Jesus.
Omar, is it weird that when I hear your voice, and even though I see your profile, I think of Miro? I just think of his face.
Come on, man. It's not that bad. That's
no. I mean, I legitimately think, when I'm hearing you talk right now, I'm thinking of Miro, and in his Rusev attire too, talking.
Yo, two fans ran on the. D. Welsh just tweeted me. John Boy tweeted out that two fans ran on the baseball field earlier, tried to grab one of the baseball players. It's very weird. Very strange.
I'm actually kind of surprised we didn't have any audience issues at the pay-per-view last night, because you would expect 80,000 people, somebody's going to try to make it all about themselves and try to take away from the show.
Two fans try to run a train on Paige, and she was down for it.
What, the family being there?
And she's like, "Oh, get it on the belts. Get it on the
belts and fuck it." I love Paige.
Use it as a shield. I'm practicing.
On the AEW
basically what's
title.
going on with Jack Perry right now, I'm assuming that Anna Jay, she ain't gonna get any. She's probably gonna be the richest one out of this if Jungle Jack Perry gets fired.
Dude. Christian was right. You raised a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He was right.
Look at that. Christian was the face the whole time.
He's a piece of shit. Punk's a fucking pussy ass crybaby fucking asshole.
Duncachino.
Oh shit! We're starting to look like a real live show again. Holy shit!
Remember, Luke, always drink your frappuccino.
To all the people who think Roman is so great, take away Paul Heyman, Usos, and Solo. What exactly do you have? A generic boring bum. Dude would probably be a lifeguard if not for Vince.
God Phoenix, I really think that
he's athletically really gifted.
I used to hate Roman a lot for the way that they build him.
I still do.
I disagree. I think he's pretty good now, but I don't like the way they praise him like he doesn't cheat every match. That is what I don't like.
I always thought Roman could have great matches, and has had some really great matches, even when he was a face. The problem is, of course, his booking. You don't care if the match is good or not.
He reminds me of Triple H. He kind of reminds me of Triple H, to be honest.
Not in any way does he remind me of Triple H.
Well, his matches remind me of Triple H, where sometimes he executes things so well, and things go so well, and he does all these things well, and sells and does all these. but like nothing ever stands out like over a like in a standout type of way. It's just he just executed great and it was entertaining kind of, but like there's nothing that stands out match to match. You know, do you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I
guess I can agree in a sense with Undertaker. I watched him there, and granted that it was a good match. At the same token, it's like nothing about his style is original at all. Nothing. It's just.
I can agree with the sense that they're similar when like you compare the quality of their matches. Like Roman and Triple H have had some of the best fucking matches in WWE history, possibly. You know the fucking Shield versus the Wyatt family is fucking awesome. Roman versus Cody this year, besides that shitty fucking ending, was fantastic. Probably the best main event they've had for WrestleMania in decades. Maybe not decades, but in a very long time. And Triple H, he had so many great matches, but then you like also think about all the fucking horseshit matches that these guys were in, like Jinder Mahal versus Roman at Money in the Bank, or fucking Triple H versus Eugene, or Triple H versus fucking Vladimir Kozlov.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I'll give Roman credit. There were two moves that, out of his entire arsenal that he actually brought to the dance. The Superman punch, which is really, nothing at this point, except, again, you got the orange punch, same deal. And then the drive-by kick. That's like the only two things he's brought that was like practically his.
Listen, he's like Hulk Hogan. He's Hulk Hogan, man.
I like Roman's style of wrestling more than like a lot of the AEW guys. Like I used to really like Adam Cole matches. But you know what? Now watching them, it's so much. You do so fucking much. You do
a
not.
Lot of high spots.
Like at some points, I'm having fun watching the match, and at other points, I'm like, please sell, just please sell. Or is the tombstone spot really fucking necessary right now? Did you really need to do that? Like, because here's an Adam Cole match. Usually, it's them picking apart one body part for like the first 10 to 15 minutes. So what they'll do is they'll do about 750 different moves on like the leg. And it's like a corkscrew leg screw or a fucking
and then
leg
they'll
dragon.
Forget about it like midway in the match.
Yeah, a leg buster on the apron, a leg buster into the ring post, or something with the stairs. Like all this crazy shit that's just building and building to. It's just building spots, basically. It's just like spots to set up other spots. But is this going to mean anything? Is this going to be anything that's going to pay off later in the match? Like, oh, his leg is still hurt from this? No. It's just to be there to pad out the time until we get to the big climax, which is the last 20 minutes of every Adam Cole match is just a fucking climax. Super kick, false finish. Big move, false finish. Another big move, false finish. Setup, big move, false finish. And it goes on and on and on, and it's so fucking tiresome. That main event was so many fucking false finishes that I stopped caring at some point.
Well, Joe, let me ask you this. Whenever you're working a body part, and I'm saying this seriously, when you work a body part and you're going towards the match, you want to sell that body part towards the end of the match, but yet for whatever reason, a lot of times in a match, they'll forget the fact that they worked on the knee 15 minutes earlier, like nothing happened. Why? Why is this a thing? And again, the selling, as Luke Rojas brought up, the selling is becoming a lost art to the point where there's selling where you're supposed to sell where, let's say, if you're hurt, but then there's also the selling of I'm actually like about to lose breath. I have nothing left in the tank until I got that adrenaline rush that kicks in. Right. It's like it's becoming a lost art form.
Real quickly, I think you're right, and there's a lot of stuff that annoys me sometimes. Sometimes I don't mind it in certain ways, but other times it starts pissing me off. Really quickly before we get out of here, because I really, really got to go. If I didn't have to get up so early, I would stay on forever. But Bray Wyatt, a lot of people are leaving. Tony Khan's letting people leave Dynamite to go to Bray Wyatt's funeral. So
when is that, by the way?
Apparently it's that day, or the next morning or something. I don't know. It's obviously around that time. So people are being granted, hey, you got to go. You want to go to the funeral? You don't have to be here. So there's going to be, I'm assuming, a lot of missing talent from Dynamite Wednesday night.
Oh, this Wednesday?
Yeah. So on your build to All Out.
Actually.
Hey, man. Well, you know what?
Undertaker's going to carry the urn.
You know what, though? That's just the wrestling business.
Yeah. Okay.
That's really got
fuck. All right, I'm out of here. Good night. I love you, Luke. That was funny. That's just the wrestling business. That's just the wrestling business, guys. Let's all remember it right now. What we talked about, Shinsuke Nakamura. Everybody, hey man, thanks to everybody for sticking around tonight. Hopefully we made some people laugh. Hopefully we got some things out there. Not the most ideal. I'd love to do. I could do another hour. I'd love to do another hour, but I have to get up so early to try to work, and I'm so sorry about that. I don't know if I'll cover All Out or any AEW pay-per-view again. It was 8 to 9 hours of coverage to do it, and I think my ad revenue was $17 and $60 in donos, and the show cost $50. So I don't know, man. AEW's pay-per-views, I don't know what it is with the algorithm. I make nothing on the ad revenue. It's just terrible. I just don't think I can do it, man. But I appreciate everybody coming out. I mean, maybe I should. The numbers are really good and stuff like that, but Jesus Christ, the ad revenue is dead. And it was 8 hours. My only day off. 8 hours, and it was just trash. And that happened the last AEW show too. So it's kind of like, I don't know, man. AEW is weird. I'll definitely watch and cover Dynamite though going forward. I don't know when All Out is, but if it's on Saturday, Monetize This will be that night. And if it's Sunday, I'm not doing that again. Oh, well, I guess it'll be nighttime, though. It won't be like the middle of the day, so that'll be better, I guess. But I don't know, bro. That was just, what the fuck, bro? You know? It's fucking crazy. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Omar, man. Omar dropped $101. That was nuts. And to everybody else who donated tonight, big shout out to Allison Tuckwab, Mirav, God Phoenix, Brian, and Mr. Pico Boulevard, and El Tapo, and Will Tactics, and Louis Urdaneta, Jennifer Muppet Baby, and, of course, Omar with the big $100 droppy. Must get up early for worky. Unfortunately, here it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow night, big party. Day off Wednesday, Tuesday Night Rage. So be here tomorrow night.
Fans, my name is Joe Cronin. I am the voice of TIW Wrestling. And, of course,
check out this spoof we got for you. Remember this spoof?
To do battle
Here's the real Nakamura.
The Hulk Hogan, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Hulk Hogan for the Intercontinental Championship, the first belt that will be defended here at TIW Wrestling. How did it all come about? Find out by taking a look back at how we got to this point.
My goodness, the roof is about to blow off this place! The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, drew number one in this Battle Royal match. Can you believe it? The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, drew number two. You talk about a couple of legends. Are you kidding me? It's the Hulkster. Here comes Hulkamania. By Hulk Hogan. Oh, clothesline out of nowhere. He eliminated. Oh, my God. Your chair, no. Oh, one-winged angel by Kenny Omega. Here comes Hulk Hogan. He's got Omega up. No. My God, like a lawn dart, Omega's thrown over the top rope. The immortal Hulk Hogan will face Shinsuke Nakamura. Hulk Hogan tossing Kenny Omega out like a lawn dart. Here is your winner, Hollywood. This noise in here is deafening for the Hulkster. He'll face Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship.
We caught up with Shinsuke Nakamura briefly to find out what he thought about the fact that he's going to be facing the immortal Hulk Hogan tonight, for his Intercontinental Championship.
Tonight, Hulk Hogan, you face Shinsuke Nakamura. And tonight, Hulk Hogan, you die.
Unsettling words we just heard in that promo from Shinsuke Nakamura. We already know how Hulk Hogan feels, and here comes the challenger for Shinsuke's Intercontinental Championship, the immortal Hulk Hogan. Man, is this place rocking right now?
Introducing the challenger from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 2
sternum area. Ooh. Hogan's in trouble now. Again, Nakamura's might just snap the arm or separate the shoulder. So much damage has been done to Hulk Hogan now. Shinsuke with Hogan up. Hogan trying to fight out of it, he does. Oh, a kick right to the stomach, Mins. Nakamura down. Hulk Hogan's going to the second rope. Double axe handle across the face. Hollywood Hogan, he just flew off the second turnbuckle. You don't see that too often. And Hogan with a knee smash right to the face. You talk about strong style. Hulk Hogan might be pulling out some strong style now on Nakamura. Oh, inverted atomic drop. Sends Nakamura down in pain. And Hulk Hogan with that bear hug. And Nakamura with the point of the elbow. Drop kicks down. Hulk Hogan. This match is a seesaw matchup. Nakamura on the second rope. Hulk Hogan trying to get up. Nakamura's waiting for him though. Nakamura drop kick. Right to the throat or sternum of Hogan. It might have taken him out. And Nakamura himself can't even move. Both men are gassed. Hulk Hogan crawling to the other side of the ring. Nakamura trying to hold himself up. Desperation move, but somehow Hulk Hogan's up to his feet first. There might be something wrong with Nakamura, folks. There might be something wrong. He might have hit his head on that drop kick. Oh, and Hogan just snapped the arm. I'll tell you what, something's wrong with Nakamura. Nakamura, though, reverses Hogan to the outside. He might have been playing possum. Now Nakamura, with a big left hand. On the outside apron, what's this? What is Nakamura? Oh, my God! The spine of Hulk Hogan across the apron! And now Hogan firing back on Nakamura. Man, something is wrong with Nakamura. He can't even complete these offensive moves. They take everything out of him. And now Hogan with Nakamura. Both men, so much punishment off the rope. The big boot by the Hulkster. Can he sense the Intercontinental title? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, he got him! Hulk Hogan! Nakamura isn't moving. Something is wrong with Nakamura. He is out of it. Ever since that move, that drop kick, he hit his head. And Hulk Hogan knew it. The big boot, the 1, 2, 3, and Hulkamania is the new Intercontinental Champion.
Intercontinental Champion, Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
This crowd is on freaking fire. Hulk Hogan is captured, the Intercontinental Champion of TIW. This is unbelievable! Shinsuke Nakamura said that tonight Hulkamania was gonna die. That Hulk Hogan was gonna die. But Shinsuke Nakamura right now is the one being helped into an ambulance. Awesome! Well, thank God there is no roof here at the South Carolina Stadium, because if there was a roof, it would have been sent to outer space about 3 minutes ago. My name is Joe Cronin. This is War, TIW. Bro, Nakamura really did knock himself out there. Face! Watch Nakamura. Waiting for him, though. Look at Nakamura, bro. He waffles the back of his head right there. Watch Nakamura hit his head. Watch this. Nakamura. Boom! Oh my God, bro. Nakamura. That's why he's not able to do anything to Hogan after this. He legit concussed himself in the video game.
And the game knew it. Look. Kinshasa off the second rope. He hits him, I think, with a Kinshasa. But then look, boom! Oh, my God. Bro. And that's why Nakamura can't fucking move after this. Look at him get up and then just doesn't know what to do.
Right to the throat or sternum of Hogan. It might have taken him out. And Nakamura himself can't even move. Both men are gassed. Hulk Hogan crawling to the other side of the ring. Nakamura trying to hold himself up. Desperation move, but somehow Hulk Hogan's up to his feet first. There might be something wrong with Nakamura, folks. There might be something wrong. He might have hit his head on that drop kick. Oh, and Hogan just snapped the arm.
That was hilarious. Guys, I'm out of here. Love you all. Thank you so much. Please think about becoming a patron if you guys can, because you get over 1,000 things. I mean, like music, songs, podcasts, the Corrupted podcast. Listen to all my behind-the-scenes podcasts that are fire that you may have never heard before or should download right now for at least $2 a month. You can hear it, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. But shout out to all the special people who went up into the $25 producer levels. $10 VIPs, become a $10 VIP. You'll get the gold VIP badge in Discord and the Discord link on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show now. Good night.